I'm Chip Maury. I was a Navy diver, and I was a free fall parachutist and specialized in free fall photography back in the early 60s. I had 3 tours in Vietnam. Retired out of the Navy, went to work for the AP in Boston without a resume or a portfolio. Just shows you it's not who you know, it's who remembers you fondly, I guess. And then the broken body parts began to catch up, and I had to get off the street, and I went and became the DOP for Providence Journal, was there about 8 years, and went to Indianapolis to the Star. I went in the Navy on my 17th birthday, and I was on an aircraft carrier, and I would take my speed graphic, and I'd go down into the engine room and whatever with extension flash and bare bulbs and just experimenting all the time. And I produced this really sexy looking picture of this engineman. He's got his hands on 2 valves. It was a setup shot. Some chief from his division looked at that and he said, "This is bullshit." He said, "If he turned those 2 valves, he'd blow the bottom out of the ship." Which taught me that if I want to really do an honest story, I have to really understand what they're doing. And I can't fake it. Fast forward a number of years later, and I was working for Sandy Colton at Stripes, and I went to Okinawa, an Army airborne drop. And you get in the airplane, and the tension and the excitement begins to mount, and everybody stands up, and they hook up, and they check their equipment, and then they're out the door, and you're sitting in this big airplane, and all the adrenaline's pumping, and there's no way to get there. So this guy from Special Forces says, "If you think this is fun," he said, "we're going skydiving this weekend." I said, "Ooh, what's that?" I wanted just enough experience to get one picture in free fall to go with my story. By the time I had my 3rd jump, I bought an old surplus parachute, and my fate was sealed. Early 60s, I was probably one of the top 5 free fall photographers in, just about the world. And it was like being a rock star. I could go on any drop zone, and they say, "Oh, Chip Maury, you want to put together this?" It was really great, really great. So parachuting changed my life. But it all started with that one guy saying, "Blow the bottom out of the ship." And I've approached every story that I've ever done since then with that same intensity and integrity.